This video shows how to validate an IP address. Hello, I am Jagan. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation in any ways, I will be happy. The question we are going to discuss is evaluate the given IP address and return true if it's a valid IP address and false if it's not. Okay. So, for example, you have an IP address like 127.0.0.1. So how can you say this IP address is valid or not? So what are all the checks you have to do? Let's discuss the 5 points. First one is the IP address must have 4 set of numbers, like this is 1, 2, 3 and 4 separated by a period, the dot. And the numbers must be 0 to 255. There's no negative numbers, must be greater than 0 and less than or equal to 255. No other numbers are allowed. And no alphabets or special characters. And if it's more than one digit, right, if it's more than 9, like 10, 11, 12, the first digit should not be 0. Okay, it should not be like 0 to 7. Okay, it can be a 0 as a single digit, but if it's more than one digit, the first letter should not be 0. Okay, so these are the 5 checklists we have to do to make sure a given IP address is a valid IP address or not. Okay, yeah. Based on this condition, let's do the code. Okay, so sorry, the IP address. Let's go with the given IP address. So what I said before, whenever you get the interview question, first you understand and you ask clarification questions, then you explain what you are going to do, then you proceed, right? So it's clearly said these are the 5 points we are going to discuss, and we're going to say true or false based on these points. So how you do it? You split the string based on the separation period and then check all the 5 points. If all the 5 passes, then you say true, if not, false. This is what our approach is. So how you split it? So basically you say IP dot split based on the period, right? Okay, now you go for the loop for I in IP dot period. You can just for I in IP dot period, you just print I. So you split all the 4 digits. Here first validation is if I dot is digit. This will check if the given set is a digit or not. Okay, so if you check this, yes, all are digits. What if -127? It's not. Why? Because we can just see what is the type of -127. I will say print type I. Okay, so if you see the I, it's a string and it's not flagging it as a digit. Okay, so the negative number has been addressed with this is digit validation, so we are not going to worry about it. The next one is it should be between 0 and 255, so we just add one more, this is digit, and this number is going to be between 0 and 255. Okay, let's see, since it's a negative number, it's not bringing it up, so 125. So this 4 digits satisfy both the conditions. If it's 555, then it won't pass. So we check the second and third are same, and no alphabets or special characters. Again, is digit and this validation, we check that. The last one is the zero value. Okay, how will you check that? I'm going to add, and the first digit should not be a zero. Okay, if I do this, what happens? Let me do a valid one. This first digit is not zero, that means these are all valid, right? And this got filtered. So how will I address this? We just say if sorry, length of I equal to 1, or this is not equal to 0. Okay, so I check it's a digit and between 0 to 255, and the length equal to 1, or it's not equal to 0. So in this case, if I put 0 in the front, it will filter it out. Okay, so it will check all the 5 conditions. Now how will I check this option? This 3 is valid, right? But is a valid IP address? No, because it must have 4 set of numbers. Okay, now we have only 3. How will I check that? For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a list, and then if all the conditions satisfy, I'll just append this. I'll just say length of target equal to 4. Okay, so I check, I can just print the target. So I can see the target is split. If it's minus, it will filter out only 3. If it's a 0 in the beginning, it's only 3. If it's valid, it shows 4. The length is 3, it says false. So all the conditions are satisfied. This is a brute force method. So how can you do that to impress the interviewer? You are going to write in a single line the same code, but you are going to do it in a single line. How to do that? This is our IP address. I'm copying the IP address, and I'm going to write this code in a single line. I for I in IP dot split. So this will split based on a period. This will give me the list of all the 4 set numbers, and then I'm going to check the condition. If all these values pass, then you do the code. Like if you have this, if you have a 0, you ignore, right? So the condition satisfies, and then you just say length of this list equal to 4. It's true. If I do a wrong IP address, it says false, right? So this one checks. And I always say, whenever you do an interview point of it, create a function. Don't directly write the code, right? So helper function return this, and you call the function, right? So this is a better way to represent in an interview. And as I said, how will you write a code so that you can practice? You have the assert function, remember, and you can do a multiple inputs. So in this case, I have more options. This is a blank, invalid IP address. This is a valid one. This is valid. This is not valid because you have 5. This is valid. This is not valid because this is more than 255. This is not valid because it's 3. This is not valid because it's a character. This is not valid because it's greater than 255. This is not valid because there's a 0 in front, and this is a negative, right? So we get check all this value true or false. Now if you run the code, you can know if it's pass or fail. If something is wrong, then it's going to throw an error, right? So you have to write the right input and what is the expected output, and this will run. Same way, there is one more question which says you have given a log file like a paragraph, and you have to fetch the IP address from the paragraph or fetch the email address from the paragraph. It's almost the same, right? Let's discuss that in the next video. Thank you.